Hello, Goddess. Welcome to the third episode of the Childfree Goddess Podcast, a podcast made for and by a childfree woman to empower you in your childfree choice wherever you are in your journey. My name is Wilmarie Hernandez. I'm a transformational life coach for childfree women, creator of the Instagram community Life Without Kids, the Kid-Free Blueprint, the Childfree Woman Circle community in Discord, and the Childfree Sisterhood Group program. Before we start, I would like to invite you to take a couple of deep breaths, relax, maybe grab your favorite drink, and chill with me. I want this time we spend together to add good energy to your day. So, we have officially entered February. We are now well into 2026 and we can feel spring getting closer. I don't know about you, but that makes me extremely excited. However, we are still in winter, the period of rest, retreat, and reflection. You know, in many societies and cultures throughout history, the new year doesn't start in January. It actually starts in spring, when nature wakes up and everything is renewed. I love remembering this and also finding ways to honor each season in my life. After all, we are part of nature, not separate from it. And in my experience, it feels better when I flow with my natural rhythm rather than forcing action when my body is still in winter mode. One thing that I love about winter is that it is the perfect time to go inward, connect with myself, and reflect, to take inventory of where I am, how I'm feeling, and where and how I want to move once spring arrives. And this is what I want to talk about in today's episode: the importance of going back to basics. As women and as child-free women, this is so important. We often face pressures and questions that can make us doubt or send us into an overthinking spiral. That's why it is so important for us to check in with ourselves often and reconnect with our truth and values. Going back to basics is getting honest about our human needs and asking ourselves the basic but oftentimes hard questions. See, the way we are used to living in today's society, it can be very easy to get trapped in excessive and contradictory information, pushing, grinding, doing, and pretty much living on autopilot without taking time to truly check in with ourselves. Be honest, when was the last time you actually took time to check in with yourself and connect with your body and emotions? When was the last time you took intentional time to be with yourself in sacred silence, without noise, people, technology, or a never-ending to-do list? Most people could not answer this question. But as child-free women, this is a gift we should not leave for later. Honoring our relationship with ourselves and our needs can make a difference between having happy-looking days and having a deeply satisfied life. As a child-free woman, going back to basics and checking in with yourself can start by asking yourself some hard questions and answering them honestly. You can start with a broad but powerful question like, am I happy? Then start getting more specific by asking, in which areas of my life do I feel deeply satisfied and where in my life do I not? Making this inventory is very important to clearly understand what areas of your life are calling for your attention. Once you're aware of the areas you do not feel satisfied in, ask yourself, what is the underlying human need that is not being met in this area of my life? Is it safety, belonging, growth, contribution? To give you some examples. This will help you focus on finding ways to fulfill this need rather than overanalyzing, judging yourself, or feeling hopeless about it. Another important exercise of going back to basics is checking in with your body. Are your physiological needs being met? We often forget how much of an influence our physical state has on our mental and emotional state. Next time you find yourself irritated, overthinking, or sad, ask yourself these 4 questions. 1. Did I have enough quality sleep? 2. Did I drink enough water? 3. Did I eat enough nutritious foods? And 4. Did I move my body? You would be surprised how much can shift when we truly fulfill the needs of our bodies. Now, this doesn't mean that external circumstances don't affect how we feel. The people we surround ourselves with, the information we consume, and the socio-cultural and political context in which we live have a huge impact on our physical, mental, and emotional state. But again, starting with the things that we can control by checking in and asking ourselves the basic questions and tending to those needs can make a huge difference in our levels of happiness and satisfaction. Another good example of going back to basics for those women who are still struggling with their choice of whether or not to have children is to ask yourself this simple question. When was the last time I took care of a baby or toddler by myself without help for at least 48 hours? This simple question can help you to, as they say, touch grass. It's simple, real, and practical. If the answer to that question is never or it's been years, then this is something to focus on experiencing and see how it feels before moving to deeper questions like, do I want to have a kid? So this is my invitation for you this month. Turn off the noise, ask yourself the most simple questions, and tend to your most basic needs. Because at the end of the day, yes, we are child-free goddesses, but we are human first. We deserve to feel good in our bodies, to feel satisfied in our lives, and to use our precious time in ways that contribute to our wellness and the wellness of our communities. And it always starts with ourselves. If we are well and our needs are met, we can have the energy and the mental clarity to help others and create legacy through impact, like the child-free goddesses we are. I hope this episode helped you remember and inspired you to take care of yourself in an intentional and conscious way. As always, it's been a pleasure spending this time with you today. Remember to sign up for the free virtual Child-Free Woman Circle in Discord, and to learn about my offerings, visit www.childfreegoddess.com. I hope that you take some time this week to connect with yourself. And before going to bed tonight, remember to write yourself a love note, listing at least one thing you did today you want to thank yourself for, and one thing you want to forgive yourself for. Remember that sisterhood starts within, and you deserve to receive the love you so selflessly give to everything around you.